Hi, good morning. We're on to our ATC little workshop thingy that we're doing. It's the ATC Trading Card Workshop book by Bernie Berlin. I always put it in the title anyway. We're on to glass-like resin. Now, okay. You can use this technique to put a finishing touch on a collage card, or you can apply it to a simple backdrop of acrylic or watercolour. The melted powder, so you're going to need your embossing powder again, I'm afraid, makes the colour behind it appear glass-like and vibrant. And if you stamp into it, the stamped impression leaves a dull softness that is perfect, that is the perfect contrast. I like to use a stamp that's large enough to cover the entire card, but smaller images or phrases would work just as well. The resin can be cracked once it's cooled for a dramatic broken effect. She calls it resin, but basically it's a couple of layers of embossing powder. It does look like resin, to be fair. So what you need: brush, acrylic paint, a clear embossing ink pad, which we've used before, the ultra thick embossing powder. I haven't got it again. I'm going to use this one that I got from the charity shop for 20p, a heat gun and a large rubber stamp. Now the only thing I can advise you on is use a red rubber stamp. I think if you tried your silicone ones, it might damage them. I don't know. I'm not going to risk it. I have kept a lot of my old stamps. I don't know why, but I did. Well, I kept them for projects like this, I guess. So I've got this big flat. Let me move the book. Oh, let me run through. Hold on, Susan. Calm down. I'm very excited to start with this one. Right, so it says, first of all, dry brush 2 colours. So dry 1 colour of paint onto the card using vertical strokes, then dry brush a 2nd colour over the first using horizontal, so up and down, left and right, or right and left, whichever way. Dab clear embossing powder over the entire surface of the card. Sprinkle enough embossing powder over the card to cover it. Tap off the excess and then heat to melt the powder with the heat gun. Repeat, inking up the embossed surface with more embossing ink. Sprinkle on more powder and heat to melt again. Now you can do that as many times as you like until you've got the effect that you really want. So while the resin or the embossing ink is still warm, press into it with a large rubber stamp that is inked with a solid colour to contrast with the painted background. In this one she's used black. Allow the card to cool with the stamp on it, then gently peel the card away from the stamp. So you can use any type of ink, I'm pretty sure. I will be using, I'm going to try brown. I've not tried brown, but I've got a really dark rich cocoa. It's a Memento. Again, I don't think it really matters on the what type of ink it is. I'm going to use this one because I thought that'd be different. And then I'm just going to use my, which I haven't got out, my archival ink, because that's just like bulletproof ink, that one. You can use, actually I might not, I might use VersaFine. This is a little bit more, it picks up more detail. I don't know how, but it does. So I'm going to use that one. I mean, you can use, you know, if you got the distress inks, I don't see why you couldn't use that, although they're water-based, but then it would sink into the embossing powder. It might be best to use one that's permanent. I'm not 100% certain, I'll be honest with you. Right, so prep your backgrounds basically. So I'm going to move this out of the way. This is fairly straightforward, I think, this one. So we shouldn't get too lost in this one, hopefully. I just need to get this book. I'm going to use a really heavy book as to push it into the embossing powder. It weighs a ton, this book. I don't know why. Well, it's probably got hundreds of pages in it. Okay, so I have prepped 2 backgrounds already, although this one isn't quite dry yet. Now this one, I used a card which has now disappeared. Where's it gone? Honestly, stuff in this room. The big book. I literally just scraped on gold and fluorescent pink paint. Just take off that lump of paint there. So yeah, I just did that and then that, and that's it. Okay, just gave myself a sort of golden pink background. Next one is a total experiment. If it fails, I will do another one. But this is oil pastels. I've got these. here, and I've got fluorescent ones. And what I'm intending to stamp into here, these are little flower stamps. As you can see, they are red rubber, so hopefully they will work. It's got fluff on it. I got these, where was it, Tiger, something like that. So what I'm planning on doing is actually stamping each flower, and what I hope will happen is the oil will melt as I'm heating the embossing powder. I've got no idea. But I thought of it. I thought, oh, yeah. So I've got three. I've done 3 big circles. So that's going to be for that one. That one, I don't know, whichever. That one there, and then that one there. These I'm going to do, I think, in the black on these. Yeah, I think I'll do the black on those ones. It's going to be fairly fast, so I'm sort of talking it through now. I've got one more to do with you, so I'll do that together. Yeah, so that one, I'll do the black. The memento, I don't know which one to choose, I'll be honest with you. I've got this one, which is a lovely rose with some nice writing in the background. I got this from a charity shop as well, I think. Now this one is, I call it a blackout stamp. It will literally, and I'm thinking on here, if that comes out really bright, I think that might be the one I use on there. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to have to ink it quite, and I just really want that bit. So I might, if I turn it that way, yeah, that might look really nice actually. So I'll ink just this part of the stamp here, and hopefully I'll get that on there. It's not red rubber, that's my only problem, but it is a good, I don't know, I'll give it a go. Yeah, so that one for that one, and then for the last one, I've got this little, again, I'm hoping it'll work. It's this little house stamp here. I've used this before. It's the Art Girls rubber stamp. Express yourself. I don't know. Artgirls.com. It's ancient. I don't even know if it's made anymore. So I thought I'd try the little house because it's kind of perfect to fit in there. And for that one, I will probably use the Rich Cocoa. So I think this one and the flowers I will do in the black for the big contrast, yeah. And then this one, because that's quite open, I think that'll be fine for that one. Right, okay, yep. The book is on standby to really press the stamp into. I've got no room to move as usual. Let me just move that there. To push the stamp into the embossing. That's the only reason I got it there. Now I'll put that off to the side. Right, okay. Let's get some paint on this one. I did pull out olive green and transparent yellow. Is that a good idea? That'll do, won't it? That'll do. These really are just little testers. So, right, let's just move you there. Let's put you on there. So that's the pink and the gold from the previous one. So I just re-scraped it all over there. Right, okay, enough yabbering, Susan. Get on with it. So I've just been literally doing that kind of thing. You don't need a lot of paint. These are not big things. Let's do this the way she told us to. I shouldn't have put the big blob on there, but I did. I'm supposed to dry brush it all on. And this is a transparent yellow anyway, so stay. It's a bit wet. I'm not dry brushing, as you can see. Okay, it's a nice sort of like nondescript background, to be honest with you, but they kind of melded together, those two colours. Right, so we'll put that one to the side to dry. Water. Yeah, and we'll do that one last. So that'll be the house with the brown. So I'll put them all together over here, out of the way. Stay. Right. Okay. Heat gun on standby. It's here. What should we do first? I'm going to try this one first. I'm dying to try this. It's probably going to be a big fail, but Are you a bit high? Let me zoom you in. Hold tight. Ooh, whoa, 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 too far. Hold tight, guys. Sorry. Right, that'll do. You're a little bit closer. Right, so first of all then, I need a scrap of paper. Oh, one day I will switch on and be totally organised. And you'll go, who is this person? Sorry, that one had copyrighted material on it. It was a beading design. Right, okay. Actually, sorry. I'll use that to put the powder on. Right, come on. Let's do this. I don't know if this is any good, this one. As we're putting on 2 coats, it should be fine. Don't think you're leaving anything, are you? No, yeah, sticky. Have I told you how much I hate embossing? Well, it's just a sensory thing. It's just the powder. Powder drives me nuts. Just, ugh. I'm gonna chuck a load on. Oh, it's so fine, that one. If this melts, I'll be very happy. The oil. Right. Okay, I'm not going to scooch that off yet. Right. I'll speed you up for the heating bit. That's the first coat. I'm not going to pick that up with my hands, bear with me. Oh, I missed a bit in the middle. Hold on. Well, the oil didn't melt, sadly. It's going to melt or not? There it goes. That did not want to melt. Weirdness. Right, I'm going to switch to my Dauber because I don't think I'm getting enough on there. These are ancient, these Versamark pads. I must have had these 15 years, if not longer. So I'm going to switch to the Stampender's Clear Ink Dauber, basically. And hopefully get a really good coat on here. This is super hot. It's really resisting, I don't know why. It's all gone bubbly. Don't know if you can see the bubbles. I think that's the oil. It's okay. Added texture, we're not going to moan about that. Right, okay, speed you up again while this is I don't know why it's doing that. How confusing. Can you see? That's leaving like a bubble. I can't see. Let me see what you can see. Look, see the bubbles? That is so bizarre. Right, I'm going to give it one more coat and I'm going to not use this one. It did that last time, didn't it? Bubbled. Don't know why. I don't know why. So let's put that one over here out of the way for a minute. I'm going to switch back to this Cosmic Shimmer one. I'm going to give it one more coat. You can do multiple. You don't have to stop at one or two. You just keep going until it's as thick as you want it to be. Because this is not going glassy. It's supposed to be flat and glassy, like resin, which it isn't doing. But the oil is slowly melting, which is interesting. Maybe it's because I'm using it on top of oil. We'll try it with the on the painted ones. It might be different, so it could be that that's causing that. I don't know. I'm not an expert on everything. Well, I'm not an expert on much, actually, to be fair. I muddle along like the rest of us. I'm not convinced it's going to go now. How odd. Right, we'll make this the last one and then we'll do the stamping. Right, so let's get ready. This one is the little ones, isn't it? Right. Okay. Let me move those oil pastels because they're getting rather warm sat there. Right, okay, so I'm going to be ready to ink and stuff. Well, it doesn't have to be hot, does it? It's just warm, so let's give it a chance. I'm still doing the bubbly thing. Right, well, it definitely hasn't gone flat, but I'm going to quickly do these. Stay. It's nice and easy, but it's fiddly. Right, let's get that book on top of there. Right, stay. Okay. Oh my goodness, everything's dropping on the floor. What the heck? Right. Oh, luckily I put that lid on. Should we see what we got? I think this one's going to be a bit of a flop, and I'm hoping it's just because of the oils. Don't know if that's in there or not. Let's let that experiment a little bit more, sorry. Looks like it has sunk in, so let's do one more. Okay. Well, at least the rubber didn't melt, that was something, but I'm not happy with that peachy. Just see if I can get it in the... See, that's all very peach skinny. Not happy with that at all. Looks alright like that, but I can get it in the light for you. There, look. Right, it could be the oils. Let's carry on. Right, okay, so let's do this one next with this blackout one, because that's black ink. Right, Dauber. Right, I think that one's gone a lot better. Yeah, that one's much better. So I think it was the oils reacting. Right, okay. I'm going to speed this up a bit now, okay? And then if you're quick, when you've heated it, you can get it back in the powder, but I was too busy talking. And you don't need to re-ink, but we're too busy talking. And let that cool like it asked us to. I think it's gone a little bit better, this one. I don't know yet. I've lost my card, but there it is. You ready? Let's see what we got. Ugh. Okay, I'm a little bit underwhelmed with that one. I don't think that is a very deep carving. That other one might be better. Let me see if... Oh, you made a right mess now, Gil. I'll just show you what to do in case this happens to you. And the embossing powder is actually coming off. I might have to invest in some new embossing powder and stop being such a cheapskate and getting second-hand stuff. Could be why they're in the charity shop. Right, I'm going to give that another go. I'm not going to use this one. I wasn't sure about it, I'll be honest with you. I'll use that rose one, I think, and if nothing else, hopefully the script will come out. Some of this stuff is very hit and miss, you know, you can't sort of... 9 times out of 10 it's the person, not the equipment. In this case it might be that. The reason I did this was to even that out. Put that on there like that. Because it goes a bit blobby on that thing, but never mind. It's all about play. You're not going to know unless you do these things. Right, let's quickly redo that one. We'll try this one. I don't know. It's so hot. Let me book there. Let's see. I'm getting in such a muddle here. Oh, good grief. I need to move you. I'm going to leave that on there as long as I can, so I can really impress into there. Right, last one. Sorry guys, it's a bit discombobulated this time. Right, let's have a look, see if we've got a disaster here as well. Yep. Okay, I'm a bit confused. Maybe I didn't get it on there quick enough. Got powder everywhere. Look at it. See, this is why I hate the common stuff. I'll try one more time with this one. What I'll do is I'll stand up and really put all of my weight behind it as well. If I heat you on there, that's going to me. Ink pads everywhere. Okay, but I've got a beautiful flat glossy surface on that one, so what am I doing wrong? Am I not pushing it hard enough? I'm not giving up. I refuse to give up. Let me stand up. Just reheat that. The ink still looks quite wet on there, so put all 30,000 stone of me on there. What does she actually say? While the resin's warm, push it into the... It just says push it in. Unless it's because she's doing it from the top, sorry. She's actually placing the card on top of the stamp. I wonder if that makes a difference. It shouldn't do, should it? Because you're pushing it in. Why would that make a difference? I can't think. Sorry, not even doing that on shot, sorry. And it's overheating. I can see that the embossing powder's coming through. That's what happens when you overheat it. Anyway, we might not call this one a success. Oh, that's a bit better. Right, okay. It does worry me that we've been easy, or I've been easily removing that ink though. That's is that supposed to happen? Probably not. Right, okay, what we're going to do with this one, let's just leave that to cool over there. What shall we do? Shall I try again? Yeah, see that? That worries me. That's Versamark ink. That shouldn't wash off like that. Okay, well if that is, then Versafine. Let's do. I've got some stays on here. Right, now stays on, literally, stays on everything. Well, it should do. Right, okay, you two out the way for a minute because you're getting on me nerves. I really want that one. Should I just do the flowers again? Might be easiest. They kind of worked. But again, are they going to just rub off? Yeah, look, still wet. Because the idea is, I think, it's supposed to sink right in. So why isn't it doing that? Do I need to reheat it? Shouldn't have to. Am I even staying on camera? Probably not. It doesn't say to do that, but that certainly seems to be setting it in better. You can actually see the ink drying. Yep, there it goes. That's actually sunk in under there. I guess she does it for texture. I don't want that to keep wiping off. Okay, we're not having a good day today. Right, let's put those over there. Let's get you ready. What should we do? Should I do the rose again? Don't really want to do that again. Flowers. I haven't got any other red rubber stamps. Bear with me. Right, I found a llama. We'll give that a go. Oh, right, okay. And I'm going to use the stays on. Right. Right, it's warm. It's not going to be boiling. This is a brand new stamp. I should have tried it first, but never mind. This is a bit of a disaster zone today, isn't it? It's not good. These are not good at all. Don't mind the flower one, but don't know. Don't think we'll do this one again. I like the other one last week. Oh, see, I wonder. Oh, I wonder then. Is it the ink? Shouldn't be. Don't know. Don't know enough about it to definitely give you a definite there. Let's still just warm it up again. Let's try and retrieve some of it. It literally stays on. Okay, right, I'm calling it a disaster. I'm calling it quits. Maybe it was the wrong ink to use. I don't know. But we're going to make this look pretty anyway. When you watch this, don't judge, okay? There we are. That is an absolute... I mean, the word's all right, but there's no texture to it. I don't know. Are we supposed to have texture? Don't really explain it very well. Right, there we are. That's today's disasters for you. Hope you have better luck than I did. I think that could have been because... Let me get up close and personal. I think that could have been because I used oil underneath. But if you can see, look at that. What a mess. Although, is it? Yeah, it's a... And the ink is definitely coming off. Now, that is supposed to be a permanent ink, that VersaFine. Okay, well, the llama is okay. That was stays on ink. So maybe if you've got stays on, and it's got a beautiful mirror finish on that one. So acrylic paints, stays on ink. That must be the way to go. And then this one, I've got the mirror finish. Nice, but I'm not sure about that image. If I had a clean finger. See, it's still coming off. Super annoying. Anyway, I hope you have more luck than I did. We'll chalk that one up to I don't know what to call it. We'll call it up to being a disaster. What I might do is off camera is have another go with this stays on ink and see if I can get anything that looks semi useful, but at the moment there's a slightly dodgy lineup. See you next week. Bye.